of the great values that I see in the organization is its ability to bring people together. And it really, as a result of that, is able to break down barriers.
In looking back, I think that the most important value which FRAEC brings to the community is building trust. My husband Richard and I were fortunate to host quite a few guests from FRAEC, and every evening our guests returned home and have remarked about wonderful professional individuals they met through FRAEC programs. Also, at the end of the visit, we love to interview our guests, and the most frequent answer we received from our guests would be that they mostly enjoyed American people. They would say, well, they are like us. And all these features together, I think that what helps to build a bond of trust.
FRAEC is bringing the communities together on such a fundamental level. And what I like the most is that the focus is on the Russian Far East as opposed to Central Russia, Moscow. Not that that focus wouldn't be important, but there are others that work with those big conglomerates. Russian Far East is remote. It is remote even from the central government of Russia, so it is important to maintain ties.
I can't speak about it enough, the value of bringing somebody here from the Russian Far East, or bringing somebody from the Pacific Northwest to the Russian Far East to learn from each other, to just sit down and have a conversation. That is really the value that this organization brings.
We both do stuff where we're bringing people to countries around the world, in your case to Russia and the Russian Far East. But for small businesses who may not be able to spend the time or money to go to Russia, it's really important that you're bringing delegations here. So, and I think in that way, that's maybe one of the most important things you do. And you're doing it around issues that are really important to our region. I know that you all worked on the clean technology reverse delegation that came to the Seattle area, and that's a burgeoning industry for our area, and also it's an important sector for the world as we try and deal with climate change and other environmental issues.
FRAEC works and has been successfully working as a catalyst. FRAEC adopted do no harm philosophy, and that's how FRAEC works. They facilitate and support the efforts of federal and provincial and municipal governments to improve the services, the quality of life for people of the former Soviet republics, but they don't interfere, they lead by showing the best practice.
Now people are more connected than ever, but there needs to be ways to bring people together in a structuralized way for accomplishing things. So I think going forward, that's what FRAEC's going to do. There's lots of people connected, but trying to bring them together for a purpose to accomplish things, I think, will be one of the most important things FRAEC does going forward.
Even though the Cold War is long gone, but the problem is people still have those preconceived notions about each other, about the Americans. There's propaganda going on in Russia, unfortunately. And Americans don't necessarily all trust the Russians. But when FRAEC comes in and brings people together face to face during all these exchange programs that you do, I think that adds so much value. People learn that we're all the same on this little planet, and we can work together on solving our problems.
We're at a critical point, I think, with U.S.-Russia relations. The work that FRAEC does, I believe, is invaluable, and the opportunity to continue building relationships is going to be so important to that economic and cultural and geopolitical relationship going forward.
International is more important than ever. Russia is still one of our important partners for this region. It has been historically. We want to have a peaceful, prosperous world and a peaceful, prosperous greater Seattle. FRAEC is needed more now than ever to connect us and help us have greater understanding of Russia and of our region and our ties to Russia.